Hello and welcome to the show where perfect minds meet perfect bodies in an attempt to make a perfect world. This is Beauty and the Geek. We searched the cool clubs of the country to find these 7 beautiful women. And we searched locked bedrooms across the nation to find these 7 geeks. But this is not a dating show, this is a social experiment. To see if beauties and geeks can help each other to become a whole lot more. Can individuals with nothing in common learn from each other?
It doesn't look like him at all.
It's just Great Britain, and Ireland's a different country.
Is it? Just because a guy's a geek doesn't mean that he's, like, awful.
Find out what happens when you bring together the beauty and the geek.
Hello.
Last week, the contestants found out exactly what they'd let themselves in for.
You'll be paired off into 7 teams, and throughout this experiment,
you and your partner will compete in challenges to test the new skills that you both learn.
in the end, the couple that makes the greatest transformation
will leave this castle with 40 grand.
So with 40 grand on offer, there was some awkward coupling and then some surprise sleeping arrangements.
Bye.
Oh no, that means we're going to have to share beds.
Before the 7 teams prepared for the challenges ahead. The geeks must pass their brains onto the beauties.
Good, because I thought the moon just stayed there and then the sun came up and hid it.
Seriously.
And the beauties must teach their social skills to the geeks.
Right, left, sway, turn.
In the first of many challenges, the beauties force their brains out of neutral and into gear.
What river runs through Liverpool?
The Thames?
Probing questions like these proved Natalie had learned the most with her partner Jamie,
Cambridge is in Cambridgeshire.
winning them the right to send one of the other couples to the elimination room. Then it was the boys' turn, and the geeks shook off their lifelong immunity to Saturday Night Fever, with Ben proving he could now vogue like the best of them. So he and partner Alyssa chose the second couple to face elimination. The 2 nominated couples' new knowledge was put to the test. Carrie proved herself more than a pretty face, getting all 3 of her questions correct.
Albert,
But her partner Philip was left bemused by celebrity gossip.
what are the names of David and Victoria Beckham's children?
Something stupid.
Although something stupid is arguably correct, we needed the actual names.
Paris.
Carrie's good work was wholly undone, leaving David and Hayley victorious. Philip and Carrie exit the castle, leaving the 6 remaining couples to unwind after a long, hard day, with fine champagne and luxury hot tubs. For the geeks, this is a hot, wet dream.
I think the boys probably thought for that 5 minutes they were the luckiest men on earth. They were sat in between us, girls in small bikinis.
You've got nothing on. I don't know. She's topless.
I think they felt on top of the world.
a little hotter in here, baby.
If I'd been a guy there, I would have been definitely intimidated.
I'm all steamed up, ladies. I'm all steamed up.
If they haven't been in hot tubs with nice-looking girls before, they didn't particularly show it that much.
I think some of the guys just play on the geekiness.
You're geek.
I think they're a lot more pervy than they're letting on.
More, really.
Sadly for the hot tubbers, the arrival of Gates, the castle butler, means the next challenge is afoot.
We were all a bit shocked. I was just really looking forward to getting into bed and sleeping.
Ladies, your next challenge will involve you all exploring basic human anatomy.
Tomorrow, you will be attending medical school for the day to discover what's going on under your smooth, tan skin. All the study material you need to prepare yourselves will be waiting upstairs in the bedroom.
Oh, so we have to do more studying tomorrow now.
Hey, if we go to medical school, nice doctors are going to be there.
Doctors are mostly geeks as well.
I reckon we do better to go upstairs, get in bed, and just talk about it, or, you know, look at the books and talk
I'm going
about
to listen to my man. So if you want me champagne.
Well, no, finish your champagne. I mean, like, in 5 minutes.
I can't learn something if I'm hearty.
Soon all the girls are evacuating the hot tubs, while the geeks, for unknown reasons, seem unwilling to stand up just yet.
Oh my god, have you seen the size of that? Is it massive? I don't think so.
Panic, don't panic. You're the smartest one by a long shot. I'm that lot.
Okay. Sections of the heart's bound to come up.
Our biggest rival is Natalie.
The pinna is the visible part of the outer ear.
I'm just learning about the ear.
The 3 bones in the middle ear are called the stirrup, the hammer, and the hand.
The outer part of the ear is called the pinna.
And then I've got to go to sleep because otherwise my fake tan won't work because it takes 6 hours.
Off a diagram?
I've never seen it.
Fuck.
Dysfolliculosis.
With only 8 hours before the challenge starts, can the girls take the pressure?
Do they not understand how hard it is to look good and fucking study?
Coming up, the girls get their hands on anatomically perfect bodies, and so do the boys, with staggering results.
It was almost like sex.
Last night, the beauties did their homework to learn all about the human body. With barely 3 hours beauty sleep, the weary teams are on their way to a challenge which will test the girls' new biological powers. For Sam's partner Ed, this is the first time in over 10 years he has forgone his usual breakfast.
Ever since I found Weetabix went soggy and I didn't like it so much, then I've started eating jam sandwiches.
To Ed, the eating of the jam sandwich is a precise mathematical equation. After neat division into 4, the first triangle has to be eaten in 5 bites, the second in 4, the third in 3, and the last in 2. Scientists call this system mental.
It basically has to be done, yeah.
The teams arrive at their destination, the Glasgow Science Centre, still unsure as to how the girls' hard work will be put to the test.
I wish my legs were that thin.
It's how we perceive the world, the quantum of information that we perceive the world in. Optical illusions are a classic example of how our brain is interpreting what we see.
Slouched. Get up, watch how straight mine was. Let's see the difference. Ah, yours is good.
Sweetheart.
Give me your heart.
My kidneys are not that high.
Obviously, but it's not to scale.
It's time for the girls to discover what they have to do. The beauties must use their new understanding of human anatomy, gleaned overnight from their revision files, to correctly insert the various body parts into a model. The geeks can assist by naming organs in the correct order, but may only refer to them by using their Latin names. For the beauties, this is a problem. Only a limited amount of Latin is spoken in nail and tanning salons.
The cerebrum.
What?
It will look a bit like
Squashed banana, I suppose.
a cottage loaf.
The first beauty to correctly assemble the torso will be the winner.
Go.
Latin name knee thrust.
It's small and red.
It was really good actually.
Go next.
She just had it like that and it was...
Next.
colon traversum.
I knew Haley was going to do it really fast.
Looks like boof, boof.
Yeah, in.
Next one, go for the ventriculus or gaster.
Say it again.
That's at the back of the body, even though I say it's at the front of the body.
They come in pairs.
I can't hear you. I'll speak louder.
It keeps a balance of fluid in the body.
A balance of fluid.
I was trying not to rush her.
It is shaped like a bean.
Yep.
As I thought that if I went into it very quickly, I might stress her more and therefore impede her performance.
I did actually put the kidney in the right place.
And it goes at the back.
I'm trying to remember where that went actually. In the top bit, kind of underneath, I think somewhere sort of under the lungs. I did faff a bit and it did take me quite a while.
You're complete and utter dimwit. The kidney is red and brownish, but it's kidney shaped, and obviously I picked up the liver first thinking it was the kidney.
Think beans, Terry.
Just absolutely shite, really.
Got the stomach in, looked at the liver, and I was like, where does the liver go? When have I ever seen the inside of my own body? I don't know what it looks like. And Ed was still reading the stuff out.
I didn't appreciate how hard it could be. The next one after...
And I was like, look, mate, I haven't put the liver in yet.
You're going to piss yourself when you see this.
That's alive.
And the last one is the eyeball.
Right, next.
The cardio, which is the central part of the cardiovascular system.
Eyeball. Yeah, you got it. Come on.
That's all you got to do. Once the eyeball's in, we're done.
No, there's 2 things missing.
There's 2 things missing. Is there 2 things on the table?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
One looks like kidney. Nephron. Fucking hell.
You got that?
What?
Found... The second one's the bladder.
Right, so say it again.
Bladder.
Was my fault to start with.
Said it's big.
Bladder. I think it was because I needed to go to the toilet.
So I picked the biggest thing up.
And I was thinking as I was saying it, she's going to think it's the liver.
So I was trying to get this big liver in, so that's what went wrong.
I knew there was something.
That's alright, don't worry about it. Costae, which is protects all your internal organs.
Yep.
I wish I could help you out.
Alright, I'm alright.
Cerebrum. What bit are you on now? And finally the eyeball.
Right. Finished. Yeah.
Excellent. Right, we're done. When you put aside what you know, what are you left with?
There's this big thing, but I think that's the intestine.
What Alex thinks is the large intestine is, ironically, the brain.
Oh, I don't have a clue.
I was livid.
I feel like fucking kicking it over.
She's an expressive girl and there's real passion and fire there.
I just smashed the thing.
I had to push him over and his head fell off, which wasn't intentional.
I'm pleased that she hasn't meted out any treatment like that to me yet.
Oh my god, it's too hard this.
I'm guessing by the sounds of things that you wouldn't make a very good nurse. Let's see. Pick something else up. You definitely know that one, don't you?
Yeah.
So look for a big organ.
Okay, we've got somewhere. Okay.
I thought it looked great. Obviously there were 2 pieces still out and the ribs were on the wrong way round, so it looked slightly amusing actually.
Do you know what that looks like? Macaroni cheese.
We've got to get this large intestine in, sugar.
Don't call me sugar.
Sorry, honey. Well done, Dr. Friday.
Thank you.
Well, he's in fine fettle now, isn't he?
So I've missed something out then.
Have you? What, have you got an organ left over?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's it.
I just failed it miserably.
Oh my god!
Didn't work out great for me and Terry in the end.
Terry is still hopping mad about her bladder problem.
That's really...
That big fat thing, you said a big thing?
Yeah, sorry, I mean...
The thing was tiny.
What, the
that
bladder?
was the smallest thing on the table.
The bladder was the smallest thing. Okay, sorry.
The winning team will be presented, appropriately enough, with a big brain. They will win immunity and get to nominate one of the other teams to send to the elimination room. Unbeaten Natalie wins again.
I didn't realise how well it had gone until I found out that we'd won. I got my brain.
Now it's the boys' challenge, so it's time for the geeks to find out what they will be learning from their partners. The answer proves a shock.
Oh my god.
For both parties.
Gentlemen, now it's your turn to explore the human form.
You may have already mastered textbook biology, but we want you to learn a more hands-on approach.
The ladies have put in some hard work today and they have earned the right to relax.
You will help them unwind by learning to become an expert in the art of massage.
We suggest your partner prepares herself for your first practical lesson. If your fingers can really do some talking, who knows how grateful she will be.
Practice hard now and you could be rewarded because later your massage skills will be judged to discover the winner of this challenge.
Yeah. Alright, I'm fairly happy with that actually.
That means I have to get naked in front of you?
Well, looks like we're in for a fun afternoon, doesn't it? Okay.
Don't really know how I feel about this one, to be honest. My initial reaction was, oh my god, I'm going to have Will's hands all over me.
It's not hard.
It's not...
I swear, my nan's a masseuse, I do it all the time.
I really didn't want a massage off Ed, and that's really bad because he's my own partner and stuff, but I really didn't want one off him.
Are you ready?
Above the waist only, yeah?
It's only a massage, for Christ's sake.
I think guys see this as completely different to girls.
Do they?
When we get a massage, it's a very sexual thing.
What's that?
I guess I'm probably to sit, I guess, yeah.
Is it going to bother you if I undo that strap?
I was really, really excited because obviously I'm trained in massage and I know what I'm doing. So I was teaching John and he was actually really good at it. And that pressure's perfect, really. I taught him every move, the shampooing, crossovers, the hacking.
Terry's a trained masseuse.
But you're not going round, you've got to go right round the shoulder.
She used to work in a massage parlour.
Hold on, did he just say...
In a massage parlour.
Well, let me put this straight. It's not a massage parlour, it's a beauty salon.
She taught me some of the techniques by just doing them on me, and they felt brilliant.
I don't work in a brothel, so let's just clear that up. Thank you.
My mum's going to kill me.
Kneading is like, have you ever made bread? You know when you make a cake and you knead the dough like that?
How Sam as a teacher, I'm not entirely sure.
You ever done that? You never made cakes at school?
School? I don't think she wanted that much to do with a challenge.
I don't have high hopes at all of Ed winning anything.
Yeah, it might be good if I was like, you know,
Just
to relax
hands.
myself before I do it.
You can if you want to. I don't know how you relax yourself. You think that's going to relax you?
That's it, really knead the skin, yeah, knead it.
With Alex, she doesn't leave any room for doubt. She's absolutely sure of what she's saying is the way to do it, and she just gets me to do it. So it's just had a total impact on my confidence.
By the end of this competition, I think you're going to be guaranteed to pull, because I'm going to teach you some good skills.
I hope that the person judging it is qualified and not just some random that don't know anything about massage.
Minutes later, the girls discover they will be the judges. They are blindfolded and are wearing earplugs, so they can't tell which geek is which. Every boy will massage every girl. And whoever receives the highest total mark will be the winner.
My initial reaction was, fuck, they've all got towels covering up their legs and we've practiced a routine for the legs. I've got to make up a routine 5 minutes long on the back, shoulders and arms.
If I saw myself, I'd probably think, oh, you fool. But at the time, it just seemed like what my sort of spirit told me to do.
Edmund's massage was so light you could hardly feel it. It was as if he was about to start, but he never really did. When Jamie did the stroking technique at the end of the massage, I literally was full of goose pimples, and I just thought, wow, that was incredible.
I didn't really notice at all that they were topless. I was sort of focused on the task, as it were.
John's nickname in the challenge was Chopper, because of all this.
All of us thought, you know, hey, you know, this guy's got something, you know, he's doing something different, and the girls were like that.
I'm not being biased, his massage was the best. I was actually laughing to myself, thinking, God, this is in the bag, we've won it.
After an hour of well-lubricated strokage, Gates arrives to present a bottle of ceremonial oil to the geek the beauties have voted Mr. Rubberman. Will and Alex will now choose the second couple to face elimination.
When Gates revealed who the winner was, I was absolutely ecstatic. I was so pleased for Will, and also proud of myself, because we do work together on these challenges, and I felt like he'd really taken what I said on board and he'd performed brilliantly.
The bigger buzz from winning actually came from, you know, wow, you know, these beautiful girls, and I've just made them feel really good.
The old chopping technique looked good. I'm sure that looked great on camera, but it transpires that the girls didn't really enjoy it.
I just can't believe we lost. We didn't even come second.
And for all you massage fans, here's the final scores. It seems, however, that Will's magic hands were not finished for the day.
Whoever massaged me last, that was amazing. That was like out of this world. So afterwards, we went to the guys and I said, does anyone remember who massaged me last? And Natalie had already found out and she goes, it was Will. And I said to Will, it's a joke. Right, you're going to have to give me a massage later then.
Alyssa came back to my room and we were just talking.
And I was upstairs watching telly.
You know when you can just tell that somebody likes someone, so I went, oh, you like him, don't you?
We were down in the bar having a drink, me, Ben and David.
So I was like, should we get him up and get him to give you a massage? She went, yeah, I'd really like that.
Terry phones down to the bar and sort of says, right, you guys, you know, come on upstairs.
And then Will comes up and says, I've got a bottle of lotion here, do you want your massage?
So I just sent them up to the lounge upstairs.
So then I just laid down.
Took her top off and undid her bra. If you're going to ask a maestro to play the piano, you know, you've got to sort of clear the area and let him go to work.
John was sitting on the sofa watching telly and I was on the floor.
We had Alyssa lying on the floor.
I think John's a bit pervy though.
Will Goodhand rubbing his lotioned up hands over her back in a most sensual manner, and she was absolutely loving it.
And Will was just like massaging away. I was just lying on the pillow relaxing. And then he carried on for about half an hour or something like that.
It was for the duration of a fair few love songs as I massaged the oils into Alyssa's delicious torso.
It was almost like, I shouldn't say it was almost like sex, because it was really slow, like build up, and then it was boom.
And that was that. Went from there. The love story.
Just because a guy's a geek doesn't mean that he's, like, awful.
Will Goodhand strikes again.
Yes, Will's full name is Will Goodhand. No, it really is Will Goodhand. It's day 4, so how are the couples shaping up?
Me and Jamie have got quite a lot in common, really. I was quite surprised.
She's lovely, and we're actually getting on. It's great. And my stereotypes have just been thrown straight out the window.
She's on the ball.
He's not like a nerdy nerd. He's quite funny.
What am I going to take home with me that's going to, serve me well in the future? I think fake tan. I'll maybe start using that. I don't know.
I think we're both aware that you have to kind of tread the line, that it is only a game on the one hand, but on the other hand we are talking about quite a lot of money.
You know, I wish you'd just chill out a bit more.
She finds me overbearing sometimes and quite bossy.
He's still a bit kind of, like this, and a bit headmastery.
Me and Terry are a real kind of odd couple in many ways. She likes to make decisions, I like to have decisions made for me.
This is ours, Johnny boy! Get up, watch how straight mine was. Sit down, John.
Alright.
He says things like, he plays the victim. Don't know why. Because that's what he does with his sister or something, and I'm like, well, don't.
He leaves the toilet seat up. He doesn't flush the toilet.
I'm finding her more attractive as time goes on. As she selects more of her bewildering and amazing array of outfits that make her look more and more like a Bond girl, then I'm feeling more and more like Roger Moore.
If Will could just finally tune himself, he'd be a good catch.
All in all, relationship's going pretty well, and I find her endearing.
Edge, left the toilet seat up again! Sorry!
So I'm like, fucking what? Can't you just put the toilet seat down like that? And he just looks at me and he's like really scared, like a little mouse, like, okay.
There's evidence that she's one of the brighter girls here and so on, but I think it suits us perfectly well if people think that she's a really dense Essex girl, to be honest.
Coming up, the boys get streetwise.
Paris Hilton's dog's called Tinkerbell.
Goodhand makes his move.
So there's going to be a little romance, I think, on this show.
And someone else reveals they've got magic fingers. Earlier on, the girls stuffed organs into models, something to this point the geeks have only dreamed about. And unbeaten Natalie came out on top again. In the boys' massage challenge, winner Will stroked his way through a stiff competition and reached a very happy climax.
It was almost like sex, because it was really slow, and then it boom.
At the Beauty and the Geek castle, the elimination is looming, and everyone is cramming.
Michael Douglas is 61 anyway.
What is Jordan's real name?
Last time, the boys' questions were on celebrity gossip, and the beauties assume the same will be true tonight.
I didn't have a clue. Heat magazine has been employed to teach us pop culture.
Me and Will had a big lesson in popular culture.
The stilettos on the other foot.
I was just firing a few questions.
What kind of things have I learned so far?
Celebrity trivia, I suppose one could call it.
I've been teaching John today everything in Heat magazine.
Paris Hilton's dog's called Tinkerbell.
That's just complete bollocks, really.
Who is Britney Spears married to? Then suddenly it's like, whoa.
It's all becoming a bit of a blur.
Okay, I'm not sure I can take this in.
I gave Jamie a bit of my knowledge.
I've been trying it so hard, and I just cannot get it in my head.
I now know that Britney Spears' child with
Kevin... Stupid name.
It
sounds like
Line.
Federline, I think it is. Federline, possibly.
Is Sean Preston.
I've had trouble remembering that one all day.
I thought I knew about celebrity gossip.
Yeah, I've learned quite a few things.
But it's all from 2001.
All completely useless.
They're chopping and changing husbands, wives.
He knows the names of Madonna's kids. He knows who she's married to.
Pets, monkeys, you name it.
I'd far rather know, like, scientific stuff like she's learning.
I have more interest, say, in knowing how all the parts of the body fit together and how they work than the name of Wayne Rooney's fiancée.
I detest Paris Hilton.
As they await the elimination, there's a welcome surprise for the beauties. Ever wondered how you get really gorgeous girls excited?
I love my sweetie! Oh, we should go jam. I've been wanting them all week.
The heady mix of sweets and bubbles gets tongues wagging. with Will and Alyssa's burgeoning romance the #1 subject.
Will got late night massages off Will.
Alyssa, by the end of this competition, he will be boyfriend material. I'm so happy for him. I can't explain how elated I am about this perhaps possible relationship that may be developing.
Oh my god, well you know, anytime you want to swap rooms, I'm quite happy to go on the airbed.
Not yet, too soon for all that, no way.
They both definitely like each other. So there's going to be a little romance, I think, on this show.
The conversation moves to the sticky subject of Ed's eating habits.
Yeah, how's Ed?
He's got no manners whatsoever.
I swear to God, if I had a stopwatch, the boy could be in the Guinness Book of Records, the way he eats his breakfast. Full fry-up of bacon, tomato, egg, mushrooms, toast, gone. And I was still munching on this bit of orange. I was like, you right there? Hungry, are ya? Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ed, his ears burning, gets to make today's beloved jam sandwich.
Okay, I'm going to show you all how to make and eat a jam sandwich. And milk.
He makes it his way.
And start spreading it on bread. Try and get it all the way out.
His pretty weird way.
And you lay one slice on top of the other. And you go and cut it into triangles, slightly offset in the middle, something like that. The ones with white crusts are slightly bigger.
Remember, jam fans, Ed, aka Brain Man, eats it in 5, 4, 3 and then 2 obsessively accurate bites.
So then you pick up this brown slice. I'll start eating with the bottom side of the bread. I'll eat that in 5 bites. So the reason you start with this slice is that it's quite tough and chewy, so it takes a bit of work with your teeth to actually get through it. The next one is the opposite side, which I'll eat in 4. It actually took me a few years to realise that the lighter coloured brown crust is actually tougher than the kind of dark, kind of almost black crust on the top. Then I'll eat the smaller white one in 3. Get fairly small sips of milk after each bite. So in the final one you're going to do in 2 bites. You're going to want to take 2/3 of the crust off with the first bite so you can fold over the end. So we're really looking to bite off a triangle across that line there. And then I'll lick a bit of jam off the side after the first one as well to try and get a strawberries and cream effect with the milk. Then the last bit you fold over like that and go. I can't explain why I eat jam sandwiches like that.
But he does, every single day.
And that's how I eat a jam sandwich.
Told you it was pretty weird. But there's a final twist tonight. The scheduled elimination is replaced with a surprise birthday party for professional podium dancer Hayley.
Happy birthday, Hayley.
And where was that? Oh, well, stop thinking of it.
You. Will gave you such a good massage the other night. I'm going to show you what you can do for him.
Birthday girl and resident lap dancer Hayley dons her best PVC catsuit for an impromptu performance for Will, the master of rubbing. The geeks have never seen anything like this without having to download it first. The sight of Hayley in a skin-tight bin liner gives Will a rush of blood, and he now decides to try and woo Alyssa with what he thinks is a similar performance. Jamie decides to showcase his special skill and gets out his guitar to try and prove he's not a total nerd. To everyone's delight, someone takes the guitar off him. To everyone's surprise, that someone is Ed.
Bring on the music, Tar.
Shut up and
I'm speechless.
If music be the food of love, play on.
It's the morning after the night before, and now everyone's thinking about only one thing, the looming elimination.
It's quite tough because there's less of us now. A couple have already gone, and we're all sitting there trying to figure out who's going to be up.
As long as I keep everyone sweet, maybe I won't get eliminated.
The way you've actually got to look at it is from a game theory perspective. And to play this game, you've got to compete the best couples against each other, eliminate them, and thus the competition for you is, less likely to go forward.
Yeah, but it still is luck of the draw, essentially.
Because we already have been picked for elimination, we can also incorporate prior knowledge.
We've done really well in the tasks, and we've just been picked at the post every time, which in my opinion is worse than doing terribly.
I tried to do a wee bit of Bayesian maths. Not very well. I don't have a computer right now.
So I think there's good high chances we're going to be nominated.
And it came up to almost 85% to 100%. So I'd say the certainty level's, bang on.
I think it's very likely that me and Ben will be up, and Hayley and David.
I think they'll hammer us.
No one is really thinking about it like this, which really is, I just thought it was bizarre.
Having won the massage challenge, Will and Alex now have the power to nominate. Alex wants to follow David's theory and therefore nominate the strong coupling of Ben and Alyssa. But Will has his own deeply personal reasons for wanting to save Alyssa from possible elimination.
Will, why don't you want to vote for Ben and Alyssa?
David and Hayley are strongest.
Will is desperate to nominate anyone but Alyssa, yet Alex is adamant. Will wears the slacks, but does Alex wear the trousers? Who will win through? It's time to find out. But first, the winners of the body challenge, Natalie and Jamie, make their choice.
The couple we've picked for the elimination tonight are one of the pairs that has bonded the most and one of the strongest teams in the entire competition.
We have picked Hayley and David.
As David predicted, he and Hayley are nominated. As every geek knows, you can't argue with Bayesian maths. But now Will and Alex must reveal which of them rules the roost.
This has been a very difficult decision for Alex and me to make.
The reason the decision has been made even harder is because we've spent many, many hours together now, and I'd like to think that we've all become good friends. But unfortunately, we came here to be involved in a competition. The couple we would like to nominate for elimination is Ben and Alyssa.
Alex's opinion has won through, and now Will must face the prospect of losing Alyssa altogether.
Now we're worried about what we've got to answer in the test, but no, we were expecting that.
I just had to laugh as soon as he started doing the spiel. Yeah. He got on really well.
You feel pretty comfortable, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's very difficult to know what kind of questions I'm going to be asked.
Exactly. So. We've got through this again. We've got to win a challenge.
I'm just really anxious. The question's going to come up, which I haven't touched on, but I've really studied so much.
I'd absolutely love to stay just to see what comes up next.
It's the elimination. Ben and his partner Alyssa and David and his partner Hayley will go head-to-head in a test of knowledge they have gained from each other. The winners will stay in the castle, the losers will leave immediately with nothing. First up, it's the girls, facing questions on their new specialist subject, human biology.
Alyssa, nephros is the Greek word for which organ of the body?
The kidney.
Correct.
Hayley, the hepatic artery supplies which organ of the body?
The liver.
Correct.
Alyssa, what five-letter word is the medical term for the visible part of the ear?
The pinna.
Correct.
Hayley, which nerve transmits information from the retina to the brain?
The optic nerve.
That's correct.
Alyssa, an average adult human has how many bones in the body?
206.
Correct.
Alyssa succeeds in getting all 3 of her questions correct, putting the pressure on Hayley.
Hayley. The spinal column ends at the point of the coccyx. Spell coccyx.
C-O-C-C-Y-X.
That's correct.
Both girls get a perfect score, so it's down to the boys. They will each face 3 questions on what they have now learned about the art of massage, with their future in the competition at stake.
Ben. In massage, using the tips of the fingers to gently stroke down the body, alternating hands for rippling effect, is called what?
Feathering.
Correct.
David, what is the name of the massage stroke used to feel out the areas of tension before you begin?
Effleurage.
That's correct.
Ben, which of these 3 oils should not be used in direct sunlight? Bergamot, frankincense, or sandalwood?
Bergamot.
Correct.
David, if you combine rosemary, lavender and juniper oils, is the effect soothing, stimulating or relaxing?
Stimulating?
That's correct.
No one has dropped a single point as we reach the final question. Which couple will crack and leave the castle tonight? In the elimination, the teams are neck and neck with 5 points each. As they face their final question, it's now effectively sudden death.
Ben, name one of the 2 most popular carrier oils used in massage.
Grapeseed oil.
Correct.
David must now get his question right, or he and Hayley will be eliminated.
David, which middle note oil can be used to soothe inflammation or to treat ulcers, burns, diarrhea and migraines?
Chamomile.
That's correct.
Oh, yes!
With the scores tied at a perfect 6, the boys will now face a tie-break question to decide the winner. The first player to shout out the correct answer will win.
The Beatles ruled the world of pop, but in the Fab Four, whose surname comes first alphabetically?
Lennon.
John Lennon.
David just beats Ben to answer John Lennon.
That's incorrect. It's George Harrison.
Oh my God.
Incredibly, both of the boys give the same incorrect answer to the tiebreaker by saying John Lennon. Imagine. They must now face a final deciding question. To avoid being here all night, it's geek friendly. Whoever is closest to the correct answer in 10 seconds will win.
What is 22 multiplied by 33?
666.
That's incorrect.
Ben now has 5 seconds left to get closer to the right answer than David.
726.
Ben gets the answer exactly correct. He and Alyssa will now stay in the castle. But for David and Hayley, the experience is over and the chance to win £40,000 is gone.
You are fantastic. Oh my God.
thought we were doing real. Oh my god.
Their loss, man.
Well done. Well, you were amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I wasn't.
What a round. What a round. I loved it. I loved it. But I was scared at the same time.
I really didn't love it.
Me and Ben, we have bitched with each other. You piss me off a bit. I probably piss you off a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
But
It's all going to come out now.
No.
726.
But when it comes to working together, we worked hard for that. We really did, and I bet Hayley did as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see that. You could see that both of them worked hard. It was luck of the draw at the end.
We did tons of revision for that, and then to lose it on an elimination question it's gutting. Like, you know what I mean? It's absolutely gutting to lose.
You did really well though, you did fantastic.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm not a nerd.
Meeting David has been absolutely a pleasure as well.
Hayley's a gem. She's class.
I'll give you that 10 later.
It's all good.
It's a shame to go.
It is.
But we both fought really hard. Elissa studied really hard. Ben studied really hard. We did. But if we'd have won that, we'd have been in there every week.
Yeah.
They wanted us out.
Constant target, man.
The teams reunite. Will apologises to Ben.
If I'd gone out, I would have fucking killed you. I'm still here. You feeling threatened?
But not everyone's in the mood to celebrate. Next week. It's really not rocket science. And what are you wearing? See what happens when the geeks are let loose in the bikini department.
Wear that. That's just hideous, Jamie.
I think she might be C. What are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, might be popping out of that number.
I really did think it was well. So proud of you, honestly.
Well, Beauty and the Geek continues.